Hello, and welcome to the weekly Wednesday lunchtime live stream here on twitch.tv/DDOstream and youtube.com/Dungeons and Dragons/live. I'm DDO's community manager, Cordovan, here on a sunny, summery Wednesday in the Turbine offices, live on Orion. We're over an Evening Star. We're going to run some just kind of odds and ends quests in the teens and answer your questions. So if you'd like to ask us one in chat, feel free to do so. Again, just send a tell to Mock Duck on Orion if you want in. I got one spot open. And if I can answer your question, I will. Alright. So we have got, this weekend is a +2 loot boost. That's the bonus. And because I'm not going to be around early next week, I will be here for both the Wednesday and Friday show, but I'm taking a couple days off first part of next week, so no Chronicle next week. But I already announced on the forums, because I was asked and feeling generous, we got a +10 buddy bonus. Parties only, not raids. That'll kick off a week from Thursday. A quick note as well that this is your last day to take advantage of our current Champion Hunter week. So if you got some mysterious remnants burning a hole in your ingredients bag and you want to get one of the new flasks or bracers or cloaks, that kind of thing, get it done today. That's being shut off, I believe. Actually, I think it's running through Thursday, so should be okay tomorrow too. But whatevs. Hey, Kametka, Draculetta. I see you got some dice you were reviewing over on DDO Players News. Looking pretty cool there. Oscar 581, Galargo. SPC Dragon 13, Asander. Nice to see all you guys. Dan Teal, Nightmare Knight. Looks like I'm getting my last invite in just a second. Hey, Cleve Beard, how you doing? Thanks for being here. So I guess one thing I could quick mention is we did some work yesterday on the DDO store. We did some account management shifting. Really nothing too much that you're going to have to worry about, but there's one big change, which is that when you want to go and re-up your subscription, your VIP subscription, you now do that in the DDO store in-game rather than through myaccount.turbine.com. So if you want to subscribe for the first time, if you're a brand new player who wants to subscribe, or if you just want to re-up your yearly subscription or monthly or whatever you have, you do that through the DDO store in-game now. And you'll see a tab saying, well, I guess I could show you. Although I see subscriptions here. So you'll click subscriptions, and, because I am a Turbine employee, I don't have to worry about that. At least for another 600 months. But, so that's what you're going to do. You hit the subscription tab, and it'll take care of all your stuff. One other change for those who haven't seen it yet, we have a redeem code tab that in the past would be used for, certain coupon codes and that. You can now use that for, say, things you purchase through the DDO market out of game. So if you pick up one of the expansion packs, or if you get free Turbine point codes from one of our contests or giveaways, you enter that code now in the DDO store in the game, in this coupon code section. Just copy paste the 25 digit code, and there you go. So that's cool. If you have any reports, if you run into any issues, let us know, either through the forums, Twitter, Facebook, whatever, on the live stream here. We're looking at a few different things, but nothing too major actually nothing on DDO so far. So there you go. So it's kind of basically what we did is we just switched over our account management system from one provider to another. So that's why we're doing it in the game now. It's kind of boring businessy stuff, but
You do not find a living soul until the courtyard at the end of the south wing.
Alright, looks like we have got let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 of us are in, so 2 of us need to get in. We are currently running the Evening Star War Hospital quest. That's Murder by Night. Do you have to go to the store now? Yes. That is where it's done. We are no longer doing subscription updates through myaccount.turbine.com. You can still use that to see your subscription information. It'll tell you, like, say, when your renewal date is, that kind of thing. You can also use myaccount.turbine.com to cancel your subscription should you wish to do that. But in terms of starting or renewing a subscription, that's now done through the DDO store in-game. Cordovan confirmed OP. Yeah. Will Color Spray ever be released as a first level illusion spell for sorcerers and wizards? I don't know. I can pass that along. That's about the best I can say on that one.
Talks, the sun finishes setting. The knight looks as though he is not feeling well. Broken by howls from inside.
Well, it depends on how your subscription is set up, right? For a lot of times it will auto-renew. So for a lot of folks, this is really just going to be a total non-issue. You're just going to do what you always do. But if for some reason you would need to or want to re-update your account, you'll do that through the DDO store in-game. Our support team is still also there to answer any questions you might have, so if you do have a question or concern or whatever, you can just get in touch with us through support.turbine.com. You can send it to account support, and they will help you out. But yeah, I think for the most part, like if you've just got a basic, debit/credit card and you're on auto-renew, it's probably not even going to be an issue for you. You won't even have to worry about it. We do have a couple of known issues that you can take a look at, and that's on the forums. We also do have a new guide if for some reason it's pretty self-explanatory, but if for some reason that you wish it, we do have a tutorial up on ddo.com as well, kind of explaining how to re-up your subscription nowadays. But like I say, it's basically go to DDO store, click subscription, do the thing. That's really all there is to it.
Lies ahead. This foyer also connects the two The first of the villagers are at the exit. But what is this? The main door is locked. Hopefully, somewhere inside the building you can find a key.
Thanks, Elf Maiden Olwen. I try to keep an eye on the YouTube chat as well, but I have to admit it's been fairly quiet. I know people are watching because I see the numbers, but our YouTubers aren't really commenting too much at this time, partially because it's kind of hard to keep an eye on all the different chat rooms at once, but I do like to poke over to the YouTube chat room as well. I do appreciate you joining us here. You'll also notice that as of today, I have the text chat showing up on the screen again. That's because we've integrated Twitch alerts to the DDO stream team. So all of our DDO streamers are able to do follow notifications and text chat and all that sort of thing. Because our old text broadcaster kind of got deprecated somehow. I'm not quite sure what the story is with that. But that's cool. It's nice to have that back, I think. It helps because I notice, like, especially when you go back, for the folks who like to watch this not live but archived, it's nice to be able to see what people are saying, asking in chat as opposed to just hearing my side of the story, I try to kind of repeat the questions in that too, but it just is helpful to get that info. SBC Dragon 13 says, when you submit a ticket, how does that work? I.e., quest will not advance or stuck somewhere? So it depends on the nature of your ticket. If you have, say, an account issue, perhaps a forum issue, something like that, you'll just go through support.turbine.com and send in your ticket that way. If you have an in-game issue, you can use the in-game ticketing system, and that's you just click that and press help. And then you'll go through the ticketing process. So things like a stuck spot in the middle of a quest, you'll still use the in-game help system. This is just for, like, say, less immediate issues, like, say, or account-specific issues, things like that. Any in-game issues still goes to the in-game ticketing system. If our accounts do not auto-renew, then what was I just billed for today? No, your accounts auto-renew. If you've got it set for that, then you've got it set for that. Yeah.
Shouts suddenly issue from the priest's chamber.
What is our stance on adding new heroic spells into the game?
And another.
We would love to do a ton of them, but it's not something that we can really promise will be coming in the near future. When opportunity presents itself to do new spells on that, we would love to do them. But I think I don't know of any immediate plans to work on new spells. I think that's right? Yeah. My acute sense. I feel a draft. Oh my gosh. There it is. Yep. Werewolf. Lycanthrope.
Dead on his bed
Oh,
in the
yeah.
corner. Perhaps the main door key is close at hand.
Any new
At the chest
info
casting.
on the next update? Yep, I can hear you. Not really. You know that we're doing the Slavers series. That's A1, A2, and A3. We're not doing A4. It'll be next. I think we've already mentioned that they're going to be kind of separate, standalone quests, as opposed to, say, like a Temple of Elemental Evil thing where it's all one big thing.
As the door opens, one of the
I dropped a hint about this last Friday, but we're working to actually do a pen and paper live stream on Twitch. We're not going to run all 3 quests because that'll take months. But what we're thinking about doing is like doing some cool encounters in that. We're going to be live streaming that with some members of the DDO team, perhaps some other folks in Turbine who are interested. Just kind of have some fun with it. So we'll have more news on that as it solidifies. But that's something we're targeting to do perhaps in July on our free time here. So it'll be a lot of fun. Really looking forward to that. So. You murdered my pack. Prepare to die. Yeah. So yeah. I guess that's really about all I can say at this point. We are continuing to work on some monk enhancements. I know that that's something Sev himself worked a little bit on, at least as of last week. I haven't checked with him this week, but I assume that's still being worked on. We'll kind of have more as we get a little bit closer to it. Oh, I can also say that we have got Crystal Cove coming back. We heard your pleas. You guys have been asking me in recent weeks about, hey, when's Crystal Cove coming back? I can tell you, it's going to start tentatively. It's going to start around the first weekend of July 4th, and then run through that week, through that second weekend. Basic cadence of 2 full weekends. Except one of them is going to be the 4th of July. So that's cool. Alright, let's do the riddle. I'm so short. I'm lost in the weeds. There we go. New stuff in Crystal Cove. No, it's the same Crystal Cove, but we are bringing it back for those folks who have asked us to do that. Do kobolds still hate you? Yes, they remember Waterworks. In Epic House Fjarlin, they never seem to drop the scroll of the utility vest. I've been trying for months, off and on. Should be there. The Keen Corn says, Eschew Components states it does not need normal components, but you need stone dust. When you have it on, you need the level component in inventory and don't need stone dust. So, Eschew Components does not apply to special components. That's always been the case. So things like arrows for fire arrow, or yeah, like the stuff that would, the stones, that kind of thing, for say stone skin, that sort of thing. Special components you still need.
Dark cave. Roots and vines grow around the cavern entrance.
Why does House Fjarlin's favor stop so close to 400 without reaching it? I don't know. We don't have a tier 400 favor for House Fjarlin. We know you folks would like us to spend some time working on favor. Nothing really to announce there, but we are aware that we have heard your concerns, that you would like us to look at, say, PDK and some of the other tiers that are currently underutilized, shall we say. AKA, they ain't got nothing. There's nothing here. Okay. Dum-ba-dum-bum-bum-bum-bum. Alright, looks like I'm caught up on chat. Yes, we know you guys like favor. Who doesn't want free stuff? Or stuff for rewarded for earning it?
Three young maidens stand around a rustic fire. They chant in soft sing-song as if possessed by a spell, or casting one.
Anybody else noticing a lot of string errors?
Yeah, I am noticing that.
The stone ruins prove that these caves are neither natural.
Typically that happens when it's calling for a text string, and either there is no text string, or the text string has been, I don't know, moved or something like that. Basically, if it says, if it's like, oh, where's the thing? Then that's what it'll pull up.
As the last hag dies, the curiously large toadstool begins to shift back into its proper shape. The war wizard Barthand. The The war wizard Barthand limps off, slowly making his way back to town.
So what you're saying is a shoe is working backwards. Okay, that's interesting. I don't need stone dust in my inventory to cast the stone skin spell. You need the level component. That is bizarre. That's a new one to me. I'm gonna have to pass that along and see what we know about that one. Do you know if, in your particular case, do you have eschew materials from the feet or from the gnome enhancement tree? Is that where you get it? I'm trying to remember off the top of my head now. It's in one of the enhancement trees. I have to admit, I've never taken issue components. Yeah. Issue from the feet. Okay, well that's interesting. Yeah, after the show today, I'll have to send a note to someone to see what's going on there. But that's news to me. That's odd.
Sunlight pours into the flooded crevice along with the crone's voice. Are you what you to move us?
That is very bizarre. I don't know. I wonder if that's either a new issue or one that has been around for a while and just didn't get caught because not that many people take the feed. I'm not sure. Big B's in the store. Yes, that is correct. We have some new items in the DDO store. We actually have a web page up that you could follow a link to. Just ddo.com/store will link you to it. We have the Big B's. We have the
You speak Bartend's password.
MRR and PRR potions.
Bones open.
And something else I can't think of right now.
3 more hags, their forms undisguised, are in the midst of a ritual. The air is charged with divine magic.
So yeah, that's cool. We know that you guys have been wanting Big B's in there for a little while. They were in that one Traveler's Trunk, and this is the first time. They were also in Daily Dice. This is the first time they've been in the DDO store, so we'll have to see how they do, if you guys like them. Maybe we can do more. So what are these things if you don't actually know? The Big B's pointing fingers are a way to sort of mark your location on the map. They sort of came from the whole breadcrumb idea that had been on the forums for a while. It was a way to kind of help people find you once you're in a dungeon. You could sort of drop the pointing fingers, or maybe you're in a raid or whatever and you want to be like, this is where you go for healing or whatever strategy we're working on. You could drop one of these things on the map and it'll show up on the map as an X. And it'll also have a visual sort of indicator on there too. They're very cool. They're very cool. I like them a lot. They didn't necessarily... I don't see them a lot in game because I don't know... people tended to hoard them from those Traveler's Trunks rather than use them. But now that they're in the DDO store, I think we'll see if we get some more people using them. You know what? Let me do a little demonstration. I actually like to use them. I used to freak out groups because they weren't really using them very much. And so I'd go into a quest or whatever in a pickup group and I'd just drop it. The other thing is you can pick your color, which is cool. All of a sudden I'd hear a voice shout, "What is that?" It's awesome. maybe I did something wrong. There we go. Huh. Interesting. Looks like we might be finding something here. Alright, well, I'll look into that later. Alright, well, I'll look into that later. Maybe we have a delivery issue. It's pretty much instant, if I recall correctly. It's like a real quick cast animation. It's not too much to it. They're not usable in public spaces. For obvious reasons. You don't want people spelling, "You sucksors," in Big B's. Well, that would be fun. It would be funny, but it's probably not a good idea, so. Yeah, right, Tezek. It must have been, this is a brand new thing we just added to the store, so maybe there's some kind of issue with it. Or maybe I'm just not finding it. But I will deal with that in a few minutes. Yeah, of course, right. Well, it's good to know this stuff is, encountering it if it's an issue. No, Madman. I guess we're going back? Am I missing something? No.
The night hag Frelga. Shattered dreams, Frelga says. Empty thoughts. They cannot answer my
This could be kind of a tough fight.
But what about
It's possible.
you?
Yeah. See, that's why I switched to the other inventory view. Should be contained. Yeah. Boom. Yeah.
With her last breath, she mutters, "So that is the living there."
Statement: Didio needs more illusion spells.
Died with her.
Yeah. we've been hearing that. Psychomagi mentions that we have an issue with the gnome where when they're hanging on a ledge, they're not entirely hanging accurately. We are aware of that one. I know that one of our animators was looking at it not that long ago. Um, once we get that one fixed, we'll let you know. Let's see. Why don't, as long as we're taking care of vine horrors and stuff, why don't we run one of the outbreak quests? So yes, we are aware of that one. Are we still thinking about banners for characters, like the planted banner for plastic? You mean like the stand your ground thing? I don't know that we have any further plans on that. I haven't heard anything. When I play, Cleavebeard asks, Pen and Paper Knight, what edition do I play, and does my group use mostly pre-made or make-your-own adventures? Currently, we're mostly playing 5th edition. If it's not 5th edition, at the moment it tends to be someone's house rules or home system. One thing working at Turbine here, we have a lot of game designers, a lot of people who like to make their own RPG systems. So it's not uncommon to sort of be doing whatever, some person's current thinking is on something like that. But otherwise, it's 5th edition, and currently the one I'm in is actually a adventure module. It's one of the Into the Darkness. Is that what it is? I can't remember now. One of the books that came out not too long ago. So I'm currently in a big long campaign on that one. But otherwise, it can be whatever. I DM'd, I guess it was a year or so ago, and did my own adventures. So it kind of just depends on what we're doing. We tend to play a lot of different RPG systems. Free weekly sample needs to be a Big B's. It's cool. Maybe I'll pass that one along. See what we can do. Someone said, I glamored the purple Dragon Knight shield and found out I could not use it on another character. I was hoping it would work. Oops. That's true. The iconic gear cannot be used on a non-iconic character. That is working as intended. And the reason for that is some of that has, if I understand, modeling specific to that iconic hero. So you would not be able to, it wouldn't fit right. Like it's not scaled for every other size creature like halflings, dwarves, gnomes, what have you. So that's what's up with that. Yeah, Rage of Demons, there you go. Thanks. Draculetta. Yep. Request for further divination school spells. Okay, I'll pass it along.
priest stands across the room. Heavy care, head priest Jaskier says. Take that key on the table. I forget which way it opens, I'm afraid.
And I really gotta do some inventory cleaning out. But you know, I have played 3.5, I've played 4th. I actually played even Essentials. I like Essentials. I know I'm that guy. I'm the one guy, huh? Other people did too. They just didn't speak up about it like I did. So I've played pretty much all the editions. You know, of course, I grew up playing 1st and 2nd. Gamma World, Top Secret. Car Wars, GURPS. All that fun stuff. I think it's great that we're able to do the Slaver series for everyone here. I'm very excited by this. It's really cool to be able to bring these classic modules to you. Kind of a dream come true.
Your treatment was a success. The knight transforms into a hulking monstrosity.
Man, this guy has a tendency to get stuck sometimes. I would lure him out of here were I you.
This corpse contains some of the samples the head priest spoke of. Nearby, a key that fell from its neck lies on the floor.
Essentials was still 4th, yeah, I mean it was, right? Why do you have to tell your computer to let DDO go past the firewall every time you log in? You shouldn't have to. Should be a one and done. I'm not sure what to tell you in particular. It could be a local security setting on your computer. Could be something to do perhaps with your specific firewall program. I would get in touch with technical support, and you can do that through support.turbine.com. They should be able to work through this with you in a way that I can't really do on the live stream here. But it shouldn't. I know sometimes, like, Windows UAC will say, hey, is that cool? Like, I've got it on Steam, and that's because it's in the program files x86 directory. So that might be something to consider as well. You know, move it into one of your other drives, D drive, E drive, whatever you have. See if that makes a difference. That would be my non-technical support recommendation. But whatever works for you. But that's really a question more for our technical support team. We need Expedition to the Barrier Peaks. Yeah, we need all of them. All of them. We need to do all of them. Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't go in there.
If you have, could you say anything about what you considered? That would be, have you ever considered a subscription program above VIP that costs slightly more money but has some few extra bonuses? We have not really... That's not something we've really seriously, like, planned to do. I think there may have been a couple casual conversations like what ifs, but no, not really. But we're always looking for ways to add value to the VIP program. So, it's something that you may see in the future. Ooh, I found a trap with my face.
Question is, did you roll a 1 with your face?
As a matter of fact, I did. That beer trap snare was a 1. AskSet is suggesting that we revamp the Tier 3 Legendary Green Steel melee weapon hits because the 2% proc chance to do 1,500 damage on level 26 is a bit low. It's something we can pass along as feedback.
Go on.
I don't believe we have any immediate plans to adjust Legendary Green Steel. At least I haven't heard of anything if we do.
The quarantine area smells barren ooth appears. The infection is far more advanced with him, and as a result, he is far stronger.
Any chance we will ever get the Desert of Desolation modules? I would love that. People have asked in the past, which would we personally want? That would be the one I personally want. I grew up loving the Pharaoh and Lost Tomb of Martek and all the rest. I personally would gun for that one if we had a choice. But I'm just one person on the team, right? And every single team member's got their we should do's. You should see. You guys have. I know there have been large forum threads in the past about, hey, which module would you like to see the team, make? And those lists get pretty long. Well, that list also exists in house, right? I remember seeing a whiteboard once where there was just names and names and names of personal. Yes, we should do X, Y, Z. It's always the challenge, right? But yes, I would be writing Desert of Desolation on that whiteboard. Is the +2 loot thing where you get over-level items? Yes. This is not the treasure hunter's bonus. This is the +2 loot. So a level 10 chest will be a level 12 chest. That kind of thing. I know which one Draculetta wants. I mean, I do think, real talk here. The thing with the Desert of Desolation series is we already do have the Manectaran Desert. And that's a really great amount of content. So I think, you'd have to try to find a way to sort of differ. I mean, it is its own classic pack, right? So it wouldn't be the same, really, but there's some kind of thematic overlap there. So, okay, I can understand that. But still, I want it. I carest not. But I love Desert of Desolation. I really like the artwork. Plus, Margaret Weiss and Tracy Hickman. They don't suck. Hey 790, nice to see you in chat again. Nice to have you back. Am I really wearing that? Oh no, here we go. Strength 4. Man, do I need gear on this guy? That's what this is all about. How about poetic recitation? 'Twas brillig, and this lithy toves did gyre and gimble in the wabe. All mimsy were the borogroves, and the momraths outgrabe. But where the jabberwock, my son, the teeth that bite, the claws that catch? But where the jubjub bird, and shun the frumious bandersnatch? Long time the manxome foe he sought. He took his vorpal sword in hand, and rested he under the tum-tum tree, and stood in uffish thought. And as in uffish thought he stood, the jabberwock with eyes aflame came burbling through the tulgey wood, and burble as it came. 1-2, 1-2, the vorpal sword went snickety-snack. He left it dead, and with its head he went galumphing back. Hast thou killed the jabberwock? Come to my arms, thou beamish boy. Callooh, Calais, oh frabjous stay, he chortled in his joy. 'Twas brillig, and the slithy toves did gyre and gimble in the wabe. All mimsy were the borogroves, and the momraths outgrabe. There we go. Yes, I was going from the top of my head, so I probably did
Two of them right here on the floor.
miss some of it. So I don't know about banners. Maybe a banner for the guild ship. I don't think we have any immediate plans to add further banners. We do have those hireling banners, and I think that some folks have found them fairly useful. But I don't know that we have plans to expand upon that at this time. I think our resources would be spent elsewhere. Yeah. Come on, why am I not targeting well? There we go.
A lithe, gray-clad figure flees deeper into the house. Friend or foe, you will likely cross paths again.
Speaking of Alice in Wonderland stuff, though, I would like to see Adventureland and Land Beyond the Magic Mirror as well as classic packs. Those were always some of my favorite first edition pen and paper modules. I think I ran through that campaign, or that adventure set several times with various groups over the years. Just because I always really enjoyed it. I loved the sort of silly, almost Monty Python-esque nature of those quests. They were really fun. Plus, you get be attacked by those flowers in the garden, and I don't know, Mad Hatter, and all that sort of stuff. It was just cool. Yeah. We're halfway there. We have clambies. We just need to detach them from body rigs.
It's the man in gray again, always one step ahead.
There we go. What was the first PNP box name? Oh, that'd be the old red box.
Plants have broken through the roof with unnatural force. A bird would
Assuming you don't count chainmail, I guess.
The smell of corruption. The wooden defender falls.
Ah, there we go. Hey, Slendrin. Nice to see you here. Yeah, chainmail was a paper stack, right? Was there a white box? I don't know. I guess I'm sure someone else could have that answer for you. Yeah. My start of pen and paper was in 81, 82,
Helmet!
something like
I
that.
had grown weary of naught but bark and leaves for company. You are aware this place is far from but of course you are. Danger is an old song in your songbook, I can see.
And it was with first edition. It was actually with the basic set, and then I got the expert set. So I guess that would have been what, 82, 83 then, huh? I also got these things. Have you ever seen these? These old Grenadier boxes? These old pen and paper stuff?
As much by smell as by sight. It is clear that the dry
The minis are long gone, long deteriorated, unfortunately. But, yeah.
There's the corruption source.
Keep them at my desk because they're awesome.
Giant in a tree. We must wipe them out.
Yeah, so it was probably 83 then that I started.
Remnants on the floor over here.
Which would have put me at minus 30 years old. No, that would have put me at, I guess, about 8 or 9? 8? Where doth thou remnants reside? Here we go. Alright, very cool. That's going to do it with the live stream. Good timing on that one. I will get you guys a Turbine Point code in the in-game mail system a little bit later on the day as a way to say thanks for helping me level up, making me reach level 18, and, you know, getting some loot and stuff. We did pretty good today. I think I only saw one death throughout the day, and I actually managed to survive this one. So there you go.
Yeah, only the priest died on a trap. That's pretty good.
Yep. Jane, 1973, I have a DDO points code from some time back, not sure how to redeem it. That will be in the in-game DDO store. There's a redeem code button. Push that, copy it into the field, click enter. Should still work for you, depending on how old a code we're talking about. I mean, some of those expired, but it's probably good. If you run into any issues, just get in touch with me, either through the forums, probably. Send me a PM or something if you need further assistance. I'd be happy to help you out. It depends on what kind of message you're getting. I mean, if you think you didn't redeem it and you're just getting some kind of weird message, like I say, just get in touch with me through the forums. We'll figure it out. So, alright, and that's going to do it with the weekly Wednesday lunchtime live stream here on twitch.tv/DDOstream and youtube.com/DungeonsandDragons/live. Thank you very much for joining us. Hope you're enjoying your time in DDO. +2 loot boost kicking off tomorrow. Got some exciting stuff in the works as well. Hope to see you on the forums, Facebook, Twitter, right here on Twitch. Back at 4 o'clock today, we have got Gemini with Didio as she has played. Titan is streaming at 9 o'clock. On Thursday, we have Brighter Days Ahead tonight. And also the Wookiee and Fathy show. That's at 5 p.m. And then I'll be back Friday, noon Eastern, for Friday's afternoon. Until then, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you again soon.